Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be diving deep into the Ontario real estate region, specifically the Peel region. It's one of the most vibrant, dynamic areas in Ontario, and as a seasoned real estate agent with the passion of helping people find their dream homes, I am excited to showcase why Peel region can be that place that you can go and find your next property, or even if you're relocating from outside of the country. Hey there, my name is DeboraHomes. I am going to be your local real estate guide in the Peel region. I live, invest, and mentor people in real estate field in Peel region. And today I am excited to be showing you the diverse culture of what we have in this Peel region.
Wow.
So whether you're a first-time home buyer, you are a seasoned investor, or you are just simply curious about what the region has to offer, you are in for a treat. So let's get right started. Now, what is Peel region? Peel region is closer to the GTA area. So if you are living outside of the country and you hear GTA, that is called Greater Toronto area, and Peel region is located very, very close to it. So we call it part of the GTA area. Okay, now what are the three vibrant municipalities? We have Mississauga, we have Brampton, and we have Caledon. Okay, so these are the strategic three areas that we have in the Peel region. It has excellent transportation networks. I mean, these are big cities. Okay, so let's dive right into it. I'll start with Brampton. Let's talk about Brampton. Brampton has a population size of 656,000 people as of 2021. So let me say that again. 656 people. That's a lot of people, and I'm sure Brampton is, when I was researching about it, is what is the ninth largest city in the country, okay, in the entire world. Brampton is the ninth largest city, and this is very, very exciting. It's also one of the cities that are growing very, very fast. So those are exciting things that I found about Brampton. Now, I live in Brampton myself, and I think one of the things I love about it is just it's very centrally located, very close to Toronto, very close to Mississauga, and Mississauga is an hub for people that are looking for jobs, looking for just shopping, different things like that, depending on what you're looking to do. I feel like Brampton is one of those places, and I just like the culture. The culture of Brampton, to me, is like, people that are just very hungry and they want to get the best out of life. They want to find a better job. They're finding the next better thing. So it just seems like a place where you can be very, very motivated. If you just have that entrepreneurial spirit and you want to grow, you're gonna find a lot of people, neighbors that are going to help you do so. Okay, let's go to Mississauga. I am excited to talk about Mississauga. It is bigger than Detroit. It is bigger than Denver, Boston, Washington, and Vancouver, just to give you an idea. So Mississauga is it has a massive land space. Mississauga has a population size of 717,000 people. So remember, Brampton was 656. Mississauga is slightly higher. It has 717,000 people living in it. Okay, Mississauga is safe, it's clean, it's quiet. It has a high quality of balanced lifestyle. So for some of my clients that want to say, hey, I lived in one of the best areas of town where I'm coming from, and I just want to live in a place where I feel it's a little bit luxurious, it's in between, it's safe, it's quiet, it has a high quality lifestyle, I will tell them to go to Mississauga. So this is where Mississauga is. The price of an average home in Mississauga, guys, is $940,000. Just $940,000. Keep in mind, when I'm talking about average, it could be condo, where shopping, or the most expensive property, but in between you can spend about $940,000. I want to say, if you want to buy a townhouse, you can even find a townhouse under $1 million in Mississauga. Let me jump right into Brampton, because I forgot to talk to you about that. The average price of Brampton homes, can you guys guess what is the average price of homes in Brampton? It is, drum roll, it's $1.3 million. $1.3 million is the average home in Brampton. Now, I want to say, as a realtor, I do know that you can find a property for a townhouse property in Brampton for around $900,000. You can find a some detaches, depending on if it's old property, you can find it around $1 million to $1.1 million in Brampton, okay? So I forgot to talk about that. So now we're gonna go back to talk about Mississauga. Okay, what are other exciting things in Mississauga? Now, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. We bring content about real estate, everything you need to know about real estate in the Canadian real estate space, especially in those local markets, investing, buying your first property, selling your properties. We'll talk about it. And if you guys have questions, please drop it in the comment section below. Today specifically, I want to ask questions about if you are living in those areas that I just mentioned, Brampton, Mississauga, and Caledon. Drop below your favorite locations, your copy locations, your favorite places that you guys like to visit. I want you to drop it below. If you love anything about the city, please put it in the comments so that people that doesn't know can know more about the city. Okay? All right, Mississauga. What about Mississauga? Mississauga also has great schools. Oh my goodness, great schools in Mississauga. Most cities does have, but I feel like Mississauga has highly rated schools, and they have some very beautiful houses if you drive through some neighborhoods. And I'm going to maybe talk about all of the cities at a different time, but Mississauga has some very beautiful neighborhoods with some fantastic houses. I mean, your dream house you'll probably find in Mississauga. Also in Brampton as well, but I truly like Mississauga. I've been to some of those homes and oh my goodness, I love them. Okay, Mississauga is the 7th largest city, and it's a great place for new immigrants as well because it's very diverse in nature. You will find different diversity, different people, you know, new immigrants, older immigrants, you know, people that are just starting their life, people that are just you know, empty nesters, different categories of people. So as a new immigrant, I think this will give you a variety to be able to learn the culture if that's what you are into. Plus, because of the proximity and the way Brampton is set up, you can easily access again Toronto, Brampton. You can go to Oakville, Milton, so it's centrally located as well. But it could be very expensive to rent. The homes in Mississauga are not cheap. As you guys know, the price for the average home in Mississauga is about $940. But I think this data might be even a little bit skewed because Mississauga is a little bit more expensive than Brampton. So I want to say an average home, any category of homes in Brampton, it will be at least $50,000 to $100,000 more, depending on the category of home from Brampton compared to Mississauga. So Mississauga is generally more expensive than it is in Brampton. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Ask some questions, guys. If you have questions, put it in the comments and I'll go back there and answer. Now let's talk about Caledon. Oh my goodness, Caledon is just, and the way the cities are, guys, like you could literally be driving and the next street over could be Caledon, it could be Mississauga, it could be Brampton. So that's how this area is talking into each other. But Caledon, people have said it's the happiest place to live. I love Caledon because, you know, when you get there, you just get this sense of belonging. Like people just like to have a close knit of network. So if you want a place where you can find, you know, like a community spirit, you will find it in Caledon. They also have good education. They are highly ranked when it comes to their education. So if you're looking for one of the best places that is also very, very safe, out of all the Pure region, Caledon will be on the top. It will be on the number 1, followed by Mississauga, followed by Brampton, okay, in terms of when we're talking about crime rates. Let's talk about, okay, distance from the city. Caledon is a little bit outside, so if you want to live in Caledon, I would say you need at least a vehicle because it's a little bit away from the city, unlike Mississauga. Mississauga is accessible to everything else, but Caledon is a little bit outside. It's not connected. It's sort of protected, you know. It's sort of like a posh area that is just protected. So there's not a lot of transportation For example, like it is in Mississauga. So there's a lot more amenities, shopping centers in Mississauga, for example. We don't have as much of that in Caledon. I would say when we're talking about, let's talk about the high cost of living. The living standard in Caledon is slightly higher because of amenities. The population size in Caledon is only 66,000, guys. It's only 66,000, so it's a little bit low when you compare it to Brampton and Mississauga. The cost of living there is more expensive because the property over there is about 1.25 million, so very, very closely priced to Mississauga, but it's also very secluded a little bit, so your shopping centers, all of those things is not as vast over there as it is in Mississauga. There's also low population density, so if you just want, again, you want your family to be safe, you want low crime rates, you want that, just community spirits, but also very secluded, you're just living in, one of the best areas of town, I would choose Caledon for that. So let me just review everything that I've said. Let me rate these cities according to few categories. When you're looking for strong spirits, I would say definitely Caledon is number one on that list. If you're looking for, followed by Mississauga, followed by Brampton, okay? And it depends on what you're looking for. Okay, let's scrap that. Okay, let me rate these cities according to few categories. So when we're talking about strong community, I would say that Brampton does have a strong community, but it's not diversified. So in Brampton, you will find one ethnic group that is more pronounced in Brampton, and they have a strong spirit, and other races are not as much, if that makes sense. So, but when I'm talking about strong spirits, I want to categorize this about the one that has more diversity and also accepts everybody else. So Caledon will come number one, and I will say Brampton and then Mississauga. Mississauga is a little bit more diverse. Mississauga is a metropolitan state or city. So that's how Mississauga is. Now let's talk about accessibility to shopping areas, accessibility to amenities, stuff like that. Mississauga will come number one, followed by Brampton, followed by Caledon. Okay. Okay, let's rate according to school system. Caledon will come first, Mississauga will come second, and Brampton will come last, in my own opinion. Okay, I'm not reading this from anywhere, just based on what I know. I know that, and you guys can do your own research, but I'll tell you, most people would prefer the Caledon area in terms of school systems. So that's what you want. Now, the best place for immigrants to live in terms of accessibility to amenities, jobs, diversity, places where they can learn, get accepted very quickly, I would say Mississauga comes first on that list, followed by, I want to say Brampton, and followed by Caledon. And the reason why I wouldn't say Caledon and between Caledon and Brampton is because, again, if you want accessibility to transportation, amenities, you don't have as much of that in Caledon, but you have a lot more in Brampton. So again, Mississauga comes first, followed by Brampton, followed by Caledon. Okay, what else? I think that's all the things that I want to talk about. Oh, when we're talking about population size, definitely Mississauga has the biggest population size, and followed by Brampton, and followed by Caledon. So those are some of the things that I want to use to rate the cities. These are all fantastic places to live. It just depends on your preference, what you're looking for. Are you looking to hustle? You're trying to start your business, and you're looking for opportunities and people that will motivate you and all of that. I think I like Brampton for that. If you just want I think a mix of everything. On average, I would choose Mississauga. And if you just wanting like a community, a smaller place where you can grow, it's safer for your family, and you just want that quiet neighborhood, I would definitely choose Caledon. So I hope all of that makes sense, and I spoke about the different prices for homes in these areas. If you have questions, please drop it in the comment section below. I hope this video has blessed you and it has as much fun learning about the cities as I did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.